Hello, bonjour, buenos dias, namaste, hajime mashite, ni hao, assalamu alaikum. Everybody out there on the internet, welcome to Chatting with Tekken for August 2023. So, Chatting with Tekken, if you don't know, is basically three main things to talk about. Um, Videos I'm working on for the channel, changes stuff on the channel, IRL stuff, under videos I'm working on, there's subcategories, playthroughs and streams, vlogs, DIY, do-it-yourself stuff, how-tos and other stuff I might make for the channel. The other two categories don't have subcategories because they are things that happened or didn't, and anecdotes and asides sprinkled in. I try to like go off my template here. It's not current, so it's just each category here is I'm just like going down them, but I've need to update this for months now, so yeah. Also, my air conditioning just turned on, and I've got a fan going, so I don't know how loud it is in the background. Hope it's not too bad. Turtle Beach is usually pretty good on the boom mics as far as like not picking that stuff up. So we'll see. Um, but yeah, I've got it open in front of me. I mean, I usually have it on my phone, but I got it open on my laptop as I'm recording. So I'll just go down the list here as far as like videos I'm working on. So let's just go over a nice recap of the month of August. Um, that's not all of August. One moment. One moment. Essentially, since last chat we've taken, since it is a end of the month video, so it kind of works out that way. So yeah, finished Forza Motorsport 7 and the Forza deep dive in general. I haven't gone back to it as far as like getting more stuff unlocked or finished in 7 or any of the rest of them. So I mean, I don't know. That just to me like having done that, I think I'll just do that like again. Is just do like a deep dive on like other stuff. But then like Forza itself is like I don't know. I think I'll just like I can always like revisit like different games whenever. So I don't know when, but I'll get back to the rest of it sometime. Destiny 2, Lightfall, Flawless Trials videos. Yeah, for some reason I haven't been able to edit those because when I go to the share factory to like import the video to like edit it, it says this video is too big, blah blah blah. So I gotta look up how to fix that. But that's something I'm doing. Is like every time I go flawless, I'll like make a really long create button clip and then just have like all the matches and then upload it. But yeah, and then on the Destiny 2 stuff, it's basically just like the seasonal quests every season because that's basically all that's left of the story after you finish the campaign. Um, and then right now it's like Eris becoming Hive and stuff, so it's weird. And I mean it's silly though because it's like after the showcase, I'm gonna be really short on Disney 2 this video because I'm over it. But after Disney 2 showcase, where they effing we're like, all right, we're going inside the Traveler in final shape. That's where we're going. That's where this is all leading to. It's like, okay, well, to get from here where we're at to there, it seems like it's just kind of a waste of time, or just it just seems silly because it's like, okay, well, everything we're doing now, it's like, okay, well, in the game, in the context when I'm playing, I'm just like, well, how does this help us in final shape, or like, how does this get us into this Traveler? It's like now that we know like where the destination is, it like if nothing seems like it's gonna like be of help in that situation or like lead into us getting there. It's like what's the effing point? But I guess I keep getting Savathun and Zivarath confused because they're the two sisters and it's like it's kind of anyway. But yeah, Savathun has like the I guess the not the key or a key or a way to get inside or whatever. So that's why we're going after her again. I mean, there's more reasons than that. My theory, I've already talked about this on stream, but I like they've been doing a less awesome job or a less awesome version of a Realm Reborn. Like having all your enemy factions or just Final Fantasy 14 in general, like having all your enemy factions like reconcile and then become your allies. If you've played 14, but it's not as good at all, or as smooth at all. But yeah, it's like I think that a lot of them might have played that and been like, let's copy this homework from this game. But yeah, that's my theory on that one. Moving right along, because I have Destiny 2. Jurassic Park, Telltale. I put that up the first part. I will get the rest of it eventually. I think what I'm gonna do is like after the Expanse, gonna go back through not all Telltale games, just ones I haven't played yet, and then like bang those out. Jurassic Park being at the top of the list, so I'll come back to it because I didn't know how long it was, but then also it's just like bad timing because like where we're at right now, there's a ton of stuff coming out at the end of August, start of September, hitting October. It's like yeah, there's just like a ton of stuff coming out like between now and November. It's just like sandwiched, just like all the games. So like always usually. But yeah, like this time it seems more front loaded where like everything is before November. So on the one hand that's cool because you can just wait on something if you're not sure on it, and then get it like on a Black Friday sale hopefully, and then you got plenty of time to play as well before the holidays. But whatever, we'll see. Or everything will be out, and then like when you're on holiday break, if you're still in school, it's like you can just play a ton of crap when it's effing when you got a nice break. Um, See, besides that, No Man's Sky, man, I really enjoyed No Man's Sky. The gameplay, it was quite fun. Going back and playing it. Okay, here's the thing about No Man's Sky is like, okay, I'm playing it for the first time in 2023, but then I remember it coming out whenever it came out at like 2016 or whatever, PS4, because like, yeah, it's on PS5. I'm playing the PS5 version, and like I remember just like a lot of negative about the game, but I mean, okay, aside from the story and the scenario, which is complete trash in my opinion. Okay, it's not complete trash, but it's like it's not good. It's bad. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. Like every time there's like story stuff, it just like took me out of the game because I was like, dude, this is not good. But gameplay, dude, is like so good. Like it's so seamless and it works like the original trailer they showed. When you can just jump in your ship, take off, go into orbit, and you're in space, and it's like from like ground level into space. Like that transition is just magical and just like it works because I had not played that before, and then like we're finally getting into like an era of like having games like that. But like this is, I feel like, I mean, there's Elite Dangerous, but I haven't played that. There's also Star Citizen, which my PC can't even probably run it. But but yeah, dude, it's like it seems like you know. Okay, I'm not gonna say new era, but like we're on the cusp of having games where it's like they can incorporate all the open world iteration and improvement we've had like over the last however many console generations since like PS2 and GTA 3, or even before that with like F and Ocarina of Time, arguably, because it is kind of open. It's pretty open world. Where it's like you can take all that stuff that's been iterated and just like improved, but then you like apply it to like a you know planetary galactic wide scale, and it works. Because I was playing that, I was just like, dude, this game's so good, and it's just so fun. And then I quite enjoyed it. I just loved all the explored like all the stuff when like you're like on foot or in your ship. Just all that stuff just like completely clicked for me. Like you're on foot. You're just like getting all the elements, all your minerals. I guess it's like Minecraft in space in that regard. And you're just like getting all your resources to build all the stuff, and that's fun. And then you get a ship, and you can improve your ship, and then it's like you can do all the stuff to improve all your stuff, like your multi tool, and that's your weapon, and you can like upgrade it. And there's all these elements to like uh, craft or farm, or not craft, but like you gather, farm, and then all the elements can combine to make things, and it's just the crafting just there's so much crafting in the game. It's just so good, so many recipes, and it all works together, and it all works so well. And it's just I often love that game. As far as the gameplay, story, characters, narrative, not good, but I just played through it, and it's like, man, this game's fun. Like I just had so much fun that like yeah, I played it and I was like, dude, in 2023 this game was really fun and good, and like I'm trying to like because I remember there being like such a backlash because like that's why I never played it, and like everybody's like just eh. I mean, yeah, the story and characters I said, but like the gameplay itself is just I absolutely loved it, and so I thought that was great. Um, so I kind of like wanted to go and look back at some of the old reviews to see like what people had to say about it, which probably for like the most part like still holds true, but it's another one of those games that had like a long fix what's broken process, right? So it's been out since like what 2016, 2017, maybe even before then 2014, 20 like PS4. Like I didn't even know when it came out, but since then to now, well yeah, they just had like the 10th anniversary thing, so it's like almost 10 years for that game. So obviously it's like what 2023, so 2013, 2014. whatever. But yeah, just like to be able to like patch up a game or just add stuff to it over time for that long. Of course, it's gonna like probably turn out pretty well. The the track record for most of those games is like yeah, they usually end up pretty good and fixed and or not. I guess fixed not the word, but just improved over time to such a degree that's like man, this is really good. I mean, if you enjoyed like whatever the like core mechanics are, because it's usually like they usually just go from like whatever the base version of the game was and like expand upon it. Um, let's see. All right, so besides No Man's Sky, I did play on stream Baldur's Gate, the first one. I did one stream of it. I haven't gone back to it since then. I think what I'm gonna do, because I do want to play Baldur's Gate 3, and I haven't played the first two, and I usually go like 1, 2, 3, but this time I'll make an exception because it's standalone. And there's other, it's like whatever, dude. I've played D&D, so it's like it's not like the scenario or the campaign is like an extension of like whatever your character is going through in the first two. It's just a setting, right? So it's just I'm not gonna try to make an analogy, but it's standalone, so I'll probably check it out. I'm not sure when, because I'm gonna be playing Starfield here when that comes out today. Yes, so I will be super hyped for that. Or tomorrow when I get home from work at like 6 in the morning, so or 7 in the morning or whatever. Um, so yeah, I'm playing Starfield, and everything else is just gonna fade away. But I will get back to Baldur's Gate eventually. Baldur's Gate 3 on the list. I have no idea when I'm gonna pick it up because it's like what, at this point that game was supposed to come out the same time on PC as it did on PS5, but then got delayed, which is better than like the indefinite delay that it had on Xbox. But then they're like, oh, we're just gonna we're just gonna screw Series S users, which is pretty funny. But that's a whole other can of worms. I've got so much to say about the whole like Xbox in general has been pretty decent, but then like they make bad decisions like that, and then PlayStation also makes bad decisions, and it's like you know they had like a de facto timed exclusive, but then they fumbled the ball with like the plus price increase of like why would you do that and like bad PR, and it's like dude, you're on a roll, and like if Starfield was not good, you would have been able to like take advantage of that, but here we are, right? Expanse episode 3, we got through that. That man, episode 3 is good, dude. Episode 3 has like one of the most haunting environments in the game, and like I'm not gonna say what it is, but it also has like I I made a wrong decision and someone died, and it had like one of the most like it was a really good death scene, but I was just like, dude, that sucked. And it was like a cold, not a cold open to the episode. It was like a cold close of just like they died, and it was credits, and I was like, ugh, and I was just like, man, that effing sucked. So it just ended with a gut punch, and I was feeling bummed out, and I was like, dude, that sucked. And just, but yeah, I'm enjoying the experience because it's nice to play Telltale games again, and just like back in. So I can't wait for whatever's next after this. And like I said, I'm gonna play a bunch more after this and just get caught up on all the ones I haven't played, which is not that many because I've played most of them. Most of the ones like after The Walking Dead in that style. I mean, not like if it's not like a no, if it's not a adventure of like the cinematic type, I'm not gonna mess with it. I mean, I might, but I probably won't. We'll see. Because I was looking to see like are those all like on like delisted or what, but um, there are ways, and like they're physical copies if you can't get it on the legacy consoles they're tied to, or I guess at this point they are retro consoles, but yeah, retro stuff they're tied to. If you can't get it, you can just pick up a physical copy. Because I almost bought Jurassic Park on 360 because I was like, dude, I want to play this game, but then I found out I had the copy on PS3 apparently on the PSN store. It's just not listed on the store, so I didn't know it was like actually there. And then yeah, anyway, that's how I'm playing that now. The PSN store. I mean, the PSN store on PS3 is just a mess. But don't get me started. And just the whole fact that they're getting thrown away now. Like 360 Marketplace got shut down. eShop's been gone. The Wii U Virtual Consoles died a long time ago. But yeah, just after what's happening, and like when the PS3 store goes away, it's like, dude, it's like, what's the point? It's like, or not what's the point, but like it's like, does iTunes ever close, or does iTunes ever just like be like, oh, we're gonna just throw it all away? It's like, dude, this is stupid. I'm just gonna, and then like actually like that, and like the plus thing is like going up in price as far as like why would I pay for this every year if I don't play multiplayer a lot? But then there's like games that are online only like Destiny 2 and 14, but it's like, dude, I can just switch platforms. It's whatever. I'll still have my gear. I'll still have my characters. Whatever. It's like their loss, not mine. So it's like I don't even care. Like I'm just done paying these like for like these sub fees on these services that like have paywalls that have like nothing. And like yeah, you're behind the paywall, and there's like okay, well, what is here? That's like great. Nothing really. Okay, that nothing that nothing's great, but it's like yeah, it's like what am I paying for? What? I don't play multiplayer, so it's like what's not worth it. And then the free plus games, like I rarely ever play those. So it's like I'm usually playing what I'm playing at the time, and not just some free trash they're giving you like Saints Row. So it's like pass. Anyway, let's continue. So let's see. Besides that stuff, just more No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky Destiny 2, because I did finish No Man's Sky, like I said. Oh, Bomber Cyberpunk. That game was great. If you like Jet Grand Radio, Jet Set Radio, it is in that vein. It starts really weird. It's got a really weird beginning part, but after that, it's basically you get into the flow of the game. I enjoyed it anyway. So I thought they made a lot of good improvements from the formula of grind and jet or jet grind radio, jet set radio. So I thought that was great. Or jet set radio feature. But yeah, I hope it does good and we get more. But if we don't, whatever. At least we got this one. It was pretty crazy too, cause like the art style is so similar, and it's like man, it was like similar but like improved. So it's like you could see that like uh, in time, they have gotten, or like the graphics, well not the graphics per se, but like just having the technology has gotten better, and like even like the rendering for cell shading in games is like quite good. I thought that that also made me think about Grand Blue Fantasy and like all these like cell shaded Korean games like what's that game called? Genshin, like stuff like that where it's like yeah, like Xenosaga back in the day on PS2 where it was like using that art style but in like a 3D rendered engine. But then you've got like all this stuff that's just like super crisp, like cell shaded now, or just like in that it takes that Xenosaga like of anime aesthetic look and just like it's just like kind of perfected, almost like pretty much just like it looks like an anime. So it's like just the fact that like we have games that look like that now, and then like Bomber Cyberpunk like basically like the old school cell shaded jet grain radios, but looks even crisper, or just even just or like yeah, just like the current super sharp, super high graphic fidelity in the modern era. So that was nice. Also good soundtrack. A lot of good songs on it. I quite enjoyed it. Oh, Mushroom Rise Sunbreak. The final title updates for that came out. I got through the last monsters that were released, or the last three, or however many, three or four, because we had what? We had Risen Valstrix, Velkana, Shigeru Magala. Was it Risen Shigeru Magala? It had to be right, cause Gormagala, either Gormagala or Shigeru Magala. It was a Risen version of that. Right? I think so. Yeah, because we had the normal versions, and this one's Risen, and then we had Amasu. Oh, and then we had Primordial Malzeno. Okay, so yeah, all the effing new monsters that are out, slayed them. And then I've got my build I'm going for, but then it's like, dude, I'm at that point where it's like, you're at the end of the game, or at the end of the like content, and it's like, well, do I even need this? Because I've already killed everything, I've already hunted everything, and I have nothing left to unlock as far as like content in the game, just armor and gear sets and uh yeah, just like just improve my build, which is fine because I got through all the monsters at the end without even having to like make any updates from like, or it's improving my stuff from like what was already out. So I mean, I'll still go for it because I like playing that game, but it's kind of just like a bummer because it's like we got all the stuff that everybody else got like all at once, and so there's nothing to like look forward to like getting and then like making the stuff in the now released version of it to like go after, because it's like it's like it's basically like they gave us I can't think of an analogy, but it's like yeah, it's like the it's whatever, man. It doesn't matter. Like it's whenever the next one's announced, I'll get it and I'll be playing it. So I'm looking forward to that. But until now, it's basically just like Fatalis, where it's like, all right, we got through Fatalis. Nothing else after that, and then you can make your Fatalis armor, and then you're good. And it's like, okay, well, I guess that's something to do. But well, that's what I was doing on stream. Is I just actually get the drops to like make the primordial Malzeno armor because that's pretty good. But yeah, it's like just working on the last armor set, and that's pretty much it. Because there's nothing really else in that game, which is a bummer. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. So yeah. But yeah, besides that, more Destiny 2, and then I just started Sea of Stars, which is really good if you're into 90s era JRPGs. I would say it's not as cinematic because there's not a lot of cutscenes, and like the graphic style is more of a pixel art, so it feels more like a throwback to Super Nintendo era versus PlayStation era, and like the map is not as expansive. It doesn't feel like a 5 disc game or something. Well, that's an exaggeration, or like a 3 or 4 disc game. It's very self-contained. I mean, that being said, it's still good. I'm in like 20 hours, 20 plus hours in. Really good so far. Really enjoying it. If you're into that stuff. A lot of mechanics they have to like make it refreshing and just keep you in the combat, and that is one I will say it's probably like one of the best turn-based games because of the mechanics that they have, where you always have to be like, paying attention, and it's not just like, turn your brain off, hit attack, attack, spam magic. You have to like know the attacks. Okay, you don't have to like know the weaknesses, but there are like certain things that they put in there to like mix it up and make things challenging. And the boss fights are really good. The battle themes and the battle music's really good. The background music's really good. Like all that stuff. The sprite work, character designs, it's effing quite good, man. I would say at this point I think I might like it more than Final Fantasy 16, but that's just like a difference in style. But I said that last time, right? I was like, if this, I prefer the turn base, and 16 is more actiony, and it just doesn't hit the marks, dude. But yeah, and then like Sea of Stars comes out and it hits the marks, and it's turn based, and it looks really good. The pixel art is like quite good on a 4K TV, and like it looks super good, man. And just yeah, the soundtrack's there, the gameplay's there, it's all there, and it's just like it hits the marks, and it's like, Sea of Stars, you're a winner. But yeah, Sea of Stars, Expanse episode 3, which I finished, and Starfield. Hopefully, we can get off work today, and that's because I'm working on / what I've been playing, whatever. It's like I said, I need to work on this outline thing I've got going on here. All right, so that was weird. I never usually do Chime with Tekken where like I can't see my video preview, but I like had it basically blocked because I had a window open on top of my video recording software, so that's kind of weird, but hopefully it all worked out and I didn't have any like weird stuff happening while that was. I mean, yeah, it should be fine. But yeah, PlayStation streams. So Starfield's basically at the top of the list. Everything else is, yeah. Starfield has basically come down as like a asteroid and like decimated everything because it's like, dude. Like I said, I was looking forward to Baldur's Gate 3, then got delayed into Starfield territory, and I was like, oh, I'm not playing that. And then FNC Stars, I'm pretty sure I'm like, if I'm not at the very end, I'm close to the end, but I'm like, I'll come back to it. Destiny 2, I'm like, yeah, after that crap until I'm done with Starfield. So it's like, it's just come down as a anything trapped in the blast radius is just like, yeah, you're not Starfield, sorry, not playing you. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now with that. I just want to get through like at least character creation. I hope this first stream, and then like maybe the prologue. And I'm not sure if I want to like just blow through everything or like do all the side stuff. So there's that too. So I'll see how the save system is as far as like, do you get like one slot, or is it like one thingy? Because if there is, I'll just like make one that's like blowing through the main story, and then I'll have one where like I go through all the side stuff and then do the main story. Because it's like, because I'm pretty sure like after I'm done with the main story, it's like, okay, well I don't need to do any of the side stuff because I didn't need to do any of it to get through the game. So yeah, or yeah, or just like how the character progression works, I guess, because the power gain on that stuff is kind of weird sometimes. As far as like, I wish I had this thing when I did that. But then, like I said, if I didn't need any of it to get through the main story, then it's like I can just finish the main story, go back and do the side stuff, but I'll be like so boosted and like powered up that I won't really probably have a challenge getting through any of it. I guess we'll see, but that's the thing, right? Is I kind of want to get through like the main story as fast as I can, just because there's all this other stuff I want to play. But then, if the game is as massive as it's supposed to be. That should take a long time. So there's also that. It's like I'd like to get through the main story, and then just like slowly work my way through all the side stuff because there's probably a lot of it. But then if I'm done with the main thing, I can go back to playing other stuff and then just like play that on the side. As far as like getting through all the side content. Um, but I never really played a Bethesda game at launch, so I don't really have a cadence for like the pacing I'm gonna play it through. But yeah. Um, let's see where we're at next. Vlogs. Nothing new on the vlog front as far as like new vlogs I'm gonna be doing or starting. All right, cool. My Instacart shopper, or my phone just sent me a notification about my Instacart shopper being done. That's cool. That's nice. I should say it's not cool. That's a win for me. How to DIY and other stuff. Yeah, nothing to report there. Just it's been all gaming all the time lately. Changing stuff on the channel. All right. So I'm still in like the brainstorm slash idea phase for like a lot of stuff I want to do. But like basically, I don't have it written down. But it's weird because I have basically adopted the what's that thing for like live service games roadmap. Like in my brain, I have a roadmap, right? So it's like 2024. I want to like spin the channel down, and like I'll talk about this more when I get there, like in January. But like I want to go back, finish any playthroughs that aren't done, kind of take it like probably more slow on the channel, not do as much stuff because there's stuff. Because like I said, I like want to like kind of start like a new channel or a new series of channels, and then like have those be like more focused as far as like what I'm talking about. Because I kind of just go, I don't always go all over the place, but they're like if I had like a star chart of like what I talk about on my channel and like the content I don't make, but I could be making, it's like it's very focused of like ding 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 goes out in like 5 different directions like a star shape. That's why I said that. But so that's when I kind of like make the different channels to like focus on that stuff. So I'm gonna like spin it down, get all the stuff that's like not finished on playthroughs finished, and then like hopefully get like everything wrapped up, not have any loose ends, and then 2025 spin like whatever I'm doing with this channel, because I don't know what I'm gonna be doing with it, like that and all the other channels, and like I have a bunch of other plans I want to do. So like 2024 is like more of a planning phase of like trying to get like all the stuff, like this channel spun down and like slow down to like where it's it's still got maybe content like every once in a while, but like not dead. But then like also just like the starting point for all the other ideas and stuff I have, because I've got so many things I want to do. And then spinning up in 2025, because that's when everything just basically like big bangs and just like and just like So I've got to like again the roadmap is like plan it out 2024, and then just like I gotta start making notes and like all these things. It's in my brain. This is like what I'm thinking. I just haven't gotten around to it. So it's like like I said, I'm in the brainstorming planning phase. In 2025, just pedal to the metal, just don't stop and just go and see what, and just birth all these channels and stuff. But that's pretty much it. There's RL stuff on here, but I'm just not gonna talk about it this week because things are pretty good, and I want to go back to previous IRL sections because I kind of forget what that's supposed to be. I mean, I know it's supposed to be like in real life stuff, but it's like things are fine. I mean, they aren't, but they are. It's like that. Okay, here's the thing about like living on Earth in 2023 is that like things like micro level things are fine, macro level everything's effed. So it's like there's so much existential crises and just dread, and it's just like for me, I'm just trying to like be very siloed and focused and not have it all like affect me, but it's not possible because it's just so like, because I'm watching the news, it's all bad. I'm like I'm on Twitter, which has been rebranded and it's just ruined, and I'm just thinking about leaving that platform, and like just it's like as far as gaming goes in my personal life, things are like gaming's awesome because there's so many awesome games this year. My personal life is fine, but then it's like the big picture. It's like the world is burning, authoritarianism. There's lots of bad stuff. And I'm still stuck in America where there's mass shootings, all like on a normal occurrence, which is not something I would like. Anyway, it's a whole can of worms. I don't feel like talking about it in RL at the end of like the Chairman Degan. I probably should like move it to its own thing. That's what I should do actually, and like not have it be like at the end we have to like end on a downer note, cause geez. But yeah, time for Starfield. I can always just be like, that's where I'm at right now, man. It's like bad stuff happens, and I'll just be like, video games, video games, video games, and it's like yes, just say it 3 times, like a genie in a lamp, and it just gives me dopamine and endorphins to get through all the existential dread that I'm just like, ugh. But yeah, well, and on that note, because that's the nice cleansing what's that word called? Or yeah, the cleansing incense of video games I breathe in every day to get through the hell that I live in. But yeah, that's it for this chat with Tegan. So until you hear or see from me again, thanks for watching, and I'm now signing off. Oh, I guess I should say also on the Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, um, I use like a super old video card. It's like a NVIDIA GTX 750 Ti. So it's like the fact that that can play like modern stuff that's on. It had a Switch and PC release, so it's like there's probably like Switch games it can run that like look good like that did. So I might be playing some more PC stuff, but like not anytime soon. It's like I penciled it in. It's not like on the list just yet, but like maybe look forward to that. Anywho, I mean I've had some Gwyn videos up on the channel and like stuff, but anyway, that is it for now. Like I said, so until you see or hear from me again, thanks for watching, and I'm now signing off.